Hey, what's going on, y'all? Down here in South Carolina, Columbia, with Casey at the Loves. Just got my little walk on out there. Hey, look, somebody called me earlier this week, right? They was frustrated. They called me on Tuesday. And what happened was on Friday, they had gotten a new dispatch, and that dispatcher's boss was also new. He went in and tried to get a load on Friday. They had some loads. He was like, "No, I don't haul that. I don't run that way." Because they knew. They still trying to see how the drivers run that they're over. During this process of him trying to get a load, he was like, "Man, they offered me donuts." Her boss was there talking about, "Hey, we got all these donuts that somebody brought. Care that for a donut?" He was like, "No, thank you. I do not want your donuts." I was like, you said it like that? He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay." I was just waiting to hear more because this sounds like it's going to be interesting. And I'm like, what done happened to cause this attitude? And he was like, I didn't say that. That's what I'm thinking. He was like, yeah, because when I'm at work, it's strictly about work. I don't want to get in no conversation. I don't want no small talk. I just, if you got a load, tell me the load. And let's talk about work and keep it moving. I was like, okay. The load that she did have, and she didn't want to give it to him because she's like, this is for the other type of driver. He basically goes out and comes back in. I don't know why they didn't offer him. They were hesitant to give him the load, but they was hesitant to give him the load. And so when he gets from there and gets back in the truck or home or wherever, then he calls the dispatcher's boss's boss, and he gets that load from that person. Now he's been there some years, so he's met, and they cool. Because the way I'm describing the way he responded to that person, you would think that he is a big butthole and can't get along with anyone, but he's actually good people, and he gets along very well with folks. But for some reason, he has an attitude that a lot of drivers has, where you feel like it's you against the dispatcher. And so he got this load on Friday from her boss's boss, right? On Monday, she calls, Monday morning, like, "I got this load for you." He's like, "No, I'm busy all day Monday." And they have a policy, if you need to be given your load information or sign the load 24 hours prior to the day of the load in order to be obligated to take the load. If it's the same day, just "I don't want it," it's enough. It wasn't like he was violating or nothing like that when he was like, "I'm busy," and basically he didn't want to take the load. But that's all he said. And then that night she called again. She's like, "I have this load that needs to go out. It's an emergency. Please say yes." He's like, "No, I'm trying to take the load. I've been up all day. I can't take the load." That is what the call was about. He was venting about the lady having the audacity to call Monday night to see if he would take that load after just calling Monday morning, and he didn't want to take the load. He was like, "That's it. I was just wondering what your thoughts were about it." And I was like, "Oh, okay, my turn." So let me ask you this. What if on Friday you would have called her right after you got the load and said, "I've actually gotten a load for next week. I leave out on Wednesday"? I think it's possible you probably wouldn't have even gotten that load on that phone call on Monday, and definitely wouldn't have got it Monday night. And then Monday you had an opportunity that you could have told her you had the load, and I'm assuming she knew nothing about it. When she called Monday about the load, did she ever tell you where the load was going before you shut her down? He was like, "No, I found out later." I was like, "Okay," but I'm talking about at that point, you probably could tell that she didn't know you, still didn't know you had a load on Wednesday. Open the door up for her to call again Monday night. He was like, "Yeah, but you know that if I'm up all day Monday, then I'm not going to take the load Monday night." I was like, "Well, you was kind of quick and short, and she assuming, not knowing that you got a load Wednesday, that you probably want to work. So, you looking at it like she bothering you and pestering you about a load, when in her mind, she could be thinking, I know, they might need a load haul too, but this guy was trying to find a load Friday. he didn't get one. It's Monday. I know he wanted to run. I mean, you're looking at it like she's trying to get you on a load, like trying to get you, like, I'm going to get this. Instead of, it's possible, like, she's trying to do you a favor and help you make some money, put you on a load, in addition to moving the freight. Driving, that is logistics, is coordinating the movement of freight. So, like, if you ain't even checking to see if the lady is aware that you have a load on Wednesday, y'all not working like a team. You're not helping her and you're not helping yourself because you're frustrated because she had the audacity to call Monday night when you wouldn't even have to be bothered on Monday at all, much less Monday night had you told her that you are yourself that you had a load as soon as you got the load. Switch roles. Suppose you're dispatch or whatever and you're dealing with a driver and the driver that went over your head to get a load and don't even call you to tell you about it. Like, it's not a good way to start a relationship with the people in the office that you're going to be dealing with. And you're not putting it in the loop, which means they can't do their job effectively, which helps you and them out. So, I mean, I just think it's useful to look at it. I hear what you're saying, but still, she didn't, So, sometimes we have to slow down enough to think about our own thoughts. And remember, I always tell you guys that y'all on the same team. I mean, it's just like a couple in a relationship. You're on the same team, and you don't want to be unnecessarily just butting heads when it should be seen more like a collaborative effort, and we're in a partnership and we making things happen together. And how can we, move as a team, as a unit? Well, because if you're not doing that, you basically working against yourself. You're not getting at the people that are working there beside you or with you. You're working against yourself. That's all I got. Thank y'all for watching. And while I was walking, I came across several things on the side of the road. But one in particular made me think. What are some things that you know of that are on the side of the road, on the shoulder? Let me hear it. Trash, yeah, of course. Dead animals, yeah, of course. Matter of fact, I did see a carcass. I don't even know what it was. Might have been a deer, but it didn't really look like a deer. Anyway, what else? I hear somebody thinking about it, but nobody's saying it. It doesn't come to mind. Ant hills. I saw this ant hill. And it made me wonder. Partially related to a conversation I had earlier. Somebody called me earlier this week. But it made me think about that conversation. And it's like, how many people drive down this street would be surprised, basically, to see these huge anthills. This one that I actually decided to go ahead and film is one of the smaller ones. Some of y'all couldn't even guess that it was an anthill. So it makes the point that you don't know what you don't know.